we saw Rosberg get very badly squeezed by Hamilton into the second turn.
And Perez has Force India. He's been very aggressive on brake warming. It's sitting on the grid, smoking away is the Force India. You can see it down there on the left-hand side, look.
It's like an old Victorian factory, isn't it?
That needs to get turning, that needs to get rotating.
Best ever start for Force India here, but look how the brakes are smoking away for Perez and how he really wants to get going. We're set here and ready for the Japanese Grand Prix in 2016. Lights out and away we go. Good start there from Nico Hülkenberg and from Daniel Ricciardo. Hamilton's had a really bad start. Rosberg leads Verstappen, then leads Sergio Perez, then Ricciardo, and then Sebastian Vettel. Kimi Räikkönen on the inside. Dreadful start for Lewis Hamilton then. He's lost about 6 places at the start as Rosberg heads into the S's and away into the lead.
Starts are usually about your head as much as your clutch or your rear grip. And Hamilton never really got away. It wasn't about the damp patch. He had his car pointing to the right to go around what was on the racetrack, but actually he was already in trouble long before he got to that.
His teammate though absolutely flying out in the lead. Rosberg from Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Vettel, Hülkenberg, Räikkönen and Hamilton down in 8th place as through the Degnas they go now. After Hamilton comes Grosjean and Gutierrez, the two Hasses remaining in the top 10 through the hairpin already. Quite a substantial few car lengths in the lead for Rosberg. Gutierrez thinks about a move on his teammate Romain Grosjean, thinks better of it. No room down there on the inside. Hamilton has it all to do in a race where he can ill afford to be beaten in a big way by his teammate, and it's his teammate that leads.
So for the second Sunday in a row, Mercedes pit wall have got to get their thinking caps on, see what they can do, as the Force India there of Hülkenberg getting very leery on the exit of Spoon, while the other Force India, Perez, is up into 3rd place.
Into 130R, Daniel Ricciardo thinks about a little move there on Sebastian Vettel, who's swapped around a bit. Vettel ahead of Ricciardo. Vettel managed to get past him. Ricciardo trying to fight back, but no way through on this particular occasion. So end of lap 1, 1.5 seconds. Rosberg leads from Verstappen. Perez in 3rd place in the Force India. Sebastian Vettel runs in 4th now, ahead of Ricciardo, ahead of Hülkenberg, who's made up 3 places on the first lap.
Ricciardo passed then into 130R. He was complaining in qualifying, I've not got any straight line speed. Any, of course, is relative, but he's missing out on straight line speed, and the Ferrari just breezed past him. No DRS yet, no DRS down that straight at any point anyway, but of course, did Vettel crank the battery up and use a bit of extra power there and catch Daniel Ricciardo unawares?
We're on board with Lewis Hamilton, and for the 7th time this season at a different Grand Prix, a Mercedes has lost positions, and more than 5 positions on the opening lap of the race. Rosberg leads Verstappen. Last 2 times Verstappen started 3rd, he's come home to finish 2nd. He's running there at the moment. Still a very long way to go here, of course, but it's a dream start for the championship leader Nico Rosberg here at Suzuka.
Hamilton won't have pressure from behind, I don't believe, from the Haas team, but how can he get past Räikkönen and Hülkenberg? We know how quick the Force India is down the straight, and it's pretty handy through the corners here as well. Hamilton, you look at that gang in front of him, the 7 in front of him, and I don't see any easy moves, any easy positions.
And if you go for the undercut here, well, it's possible you can make time up and you can make places up, but you run the risk of really destroying your tyres by being too aggressive through the S's on that particular outlap. We're on board now with Sebastian Vettel. He's got Sergio Perez in his sights. Down the main straight we go, and he's gaining on the Force India. He's cranking up that Ferrari power. He's going to go wheel to wheel. Into turn 1 goes Sebastian Vettel, and Sergio Perez loses out on the podium positions for the time being. Vettel is up to 3rd.
Perez a day late and $1 short in making his defence there. Jigged around a little bit, but actually never defended the track.
Sorry guys. No stress, Lewis.
Pete Bonington, Bono, Lewis Hamilton's race engineer, trying to keep his driver a little bit calm. A really poor start, possibly his worst start of the season, and that's even including the one where he got hit by Valtteri Bottas in Bahrain.
And putting it down to his own technique there, by the sounds of it, apologising to the team for not getting the car away. Well, all the preparation they've done over the weekend, but is that a key championship moment? There will be several through the year, because you only get the same points today as you do at any other Grand Prix, of course, and the championship is won over a season.
But as you can see, 44 points, the gap between Rosberg and Hamilton at the moment. Really early stages of this Japanese Grand Prix, of course. But as Hamilton's wheels didn't turn fast enough, I'm kind of with you, Martin, that could be the defining moment.